So what we're doing is we're testing which pellet works best in the Daystate Griffin. I'm just using QAS pellets, and I am doing this in order to see which one works best for each video. So I just figured what I would do is just live stream it. Doesn't matter if no one watches. This is for my benefit, and I'm just seeing which pellet works. So don't worry if I'm not talking. It's just for prosperity's sake to see which pellet group's the best in the Griffin. So I've got 30 meters away, 3 identical targets, and I have these pellets are the first ones I'm going to try. So let's give it a go. Yes, does it feed in from there? What am I doing wrong here? Ah, yes, of course. That's slightly different than the Red Wolf, but that's cool. So this is the first one. Why doesn't that work? Ah, okay, my bad. So I double loaded that, which is embarrassing, but you live and learn. Okay, so that's pellet on pellet right now. Okay, well, I will go and get the target card in a minute, but you won't believe how accurate this is. Or some of you might. So, for my benefit, that one works an absolute treat in the Griffin. Let's try that variety and see what that's like. But the first one, I can't show you right now because it will break up the event a little bit too much. It's crazy accurate. And what I will do is I'll put 10 of the second variety of QAS pellet, but I know that that first one was pretty much pellet on pellet at 30 meters. It's been raining. It's not raining now. All right. Second test. These ones aren't quite as good, I'll be honest. No. So these ones are messy, so I won't be using those because they didn't work as well. This is a lovely gun to use. I've never used a Griffin before. It feels absolutely lovely. So the final QAS pellets that I have are these guys. So I'll give them a test in the Griffin. But it might be that the first ones are the ones to use, the ones to go for. As I said, I will do this last test, and then I will grab the cards so you can see them. and yeah, we can see what happens. But it's looking very promising. It was funny that the first pellet that I used seems to be like it will be the one, but this one might work as well. So no. No, this one is terrible. Okay, and I'm out. Right. There's still plenty of air left in the tank. What I will do is I will put the gun down safely. The last thing, you never want to leave it on a rest because it will fall, and I can't afford to buy this. So just bear with me. I'll take you up and we can look at the groups. Okay, let's go and have a look at the groups. Because of the way that this works, I've never done these before, really. This is just for fun. So I'll change the camera around and I can show you all three of the groups on the targets, right? And I'll start in reverse order. So, oops. Obviously I was going for the bullseye. That was the group with the third variety of pellet that I was using. It's okay. That is the grouping that I had with the second variety of pellet. But look at that one. That's really good. That's a fantastic group. So it would seem that the first pellet that I was using would be the one to use in this gun. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to re-zero it at this distance. So I'm going to try and get it so I can hit the bullseye. Now I've got 3 targets here, so I can use that. Pearly King. They are all varieties of QIS pellet. Yes, so they're all QIS pellets of one description or the other, and I'm just going to see if I can replicate what I just did with that really tight group using just that one variety. So I've got them in order, so I should be able to find out which one's which, and let's give it a try. So just bear with me, I'm just going to grab the gun again. So we're out, as I said, at 30 meters, and the thing that we're going to do is I'm going to aim. So the trick is, right, and I've learned this from exploring it, essentially, that I need to go up. So what I do is that I just aim at the grouping, and then I aim for the ball on the adjustment at the top. I can put that down. And it needs to go a little bit to the left. So what we'll do is I'll put another load of pellets in from the ones that grouped the best, and I will see if I can now hit the bullseye. But these ones were definitely the pellet that grouped best, so it's those guys. QIS pellets. I'm using QIS a lot at the moment. They're very, very good, very, very clean, very reliable. I've had one bad QIS pellet in all of the ones that I've been using. which is far less than any other pellet that I've ever used. So what we're going to try and do is, now I've made the adjustments on the scope, I'm going to see if I can hit the bullseye on those paper targets. But really at this stage, because I'm still in the testing phase, all I'm trying to look for is which pellet groups the best. So if this one works well, again, at 30 meters, I'll take it out to 40 meters, and then we'll see if it groups the same with this pellet. I think I went the wrong way on the adjustment. Okay, so let's try that again. Yes, I did. That's embarrassing. I need to go up. That's more like it. It's actually a pellet on pellet. This is crazy. Okay, just bear with me a second. So, okay, Paul. First of all, you own a great rifle. I'm going to do that again. I need to just make a quick adjustment there. Rather embarrassingly, I tweaked it so it went the wrong way. That happens sometimes. I'm the first person to tell you that I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but what I will do is put another 10 pellets in. It's grouping very well. Paul, what sort of distances are you shooting at, sir? Can you reveal what kind of distances you're working at? Because just at 30 meters, this is amazing. I'm going to take it out to 40 in a moment. But so far, this variety of pellet is looking rather splendid. So I'm going to go in the second target now. Okay, this grouping is fantastic again. Oops, I pulled that one. That was embarrassing. Yes, okay. Okay, right, so what I will do now is I will show you, I'm getting closer to the zero, sorry, closer to the bullseye. I will, yes, I only target shoot around 25 yards. Okay, 25 yards, yeah, I can see, but I'm at 30 meters now, and what I'll do is I'll show you what the group is like. But whilst you're here, I'm just gonna make a quick adjustment to the scope. Let me see, I need to go down. And then I also need to go to the left. So that goes to the right. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Right, I'll just put the gun down, then I will take you to the target and then you can see how it groups. All right, so we're gonna head off and just see how it groups now at 30 meters. And I just did a re-zero, but what I will do is I will take out the targets to 40 meters. So check this out. So that there is the group that I just shot, which I'm happy with. That is a great group. Bearing in mind this is the first time I've ever used the gun. Never really used it before, but that is a fantastic group. So I just did a re-zero, or as close as I could. But what I will do is I will take out the targets. This is at 30 meters. If I remember rightly, there is 40 meters. So what I'm going to do, is that 40 meters? Yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the same pellets in the gun again. And because I'm just eyeing stuff in at the moment, I'm just going to shoot into the same target. I'm not going to put a fresh one up because waste not, want not. You know, times are hard, tighten your belts and all of that good stuff. And we will see how it groups at 40 meters, because 40 meters is a big distance. And 40 meters is where you, oops, excuse me, sorry, 40 meters is big. But so far, I'm very impressed with this. Very impressed. It's a lot of fun. Oops. Okay. So I'm going to have to move the bench up a lot. Parallax adjustment. Right. So I'm going to stay with the same pellet. The one that appears to be working at this kind of distance. We're just going to see what it's like at 40 meters. And if it's good, I would be confident to say that we've actually found the right pellet for this gun, at least out of the ones that I have. I do have JSBs in stock at the moment, but I am enjoying using QYS pellets a lot at the moment, so I'm going to stick with QYS pellets. Now, although I made an adjustment of the scope for 30 meters, we're just going to see what it's like at 40, because 40 is a big distance. So what shall I try and go for? I'll go for the bullseye on the... Okay, so I'm going to need to use some holdover, which is cool. Okay, right, we're going to go. This is looking good. This is really good. This is the last one. All right, so I had to use a mil dot of hold over. So I can now confirm. What fill pressure? I haven't used it. I haven't filled it to anything, Paul. I got the gun yesterday from Crackshot for a future video, and it was filled to around 200 bar when I picked it up. That was it. But I can tell you that this gun groups exceptionally well at that distance, and I'm going to prove it to you all now. So I'm going to put a splatter target up at 40 meters, and I'm going to show you how good this gun groups with these pellets. Again, I'm having to use a little bit of holdover, but that's fine. We can do that. That's no problem at all. To keep everything safe, I will just fire it to make it safe. And I won't put the pellets in yet. So check this out. Oops, I almost lost you. I'm just going to put the gun down. Just bear with me a second. And what I'm going to do, because I have them here, I have some targets, and I like to do this. So I'm going to get a small one, and I'm just going to make a little target here. I'll put a couple on because it's fun. 180. Okay. Well, and what's the recommended pressure that they suggest that you should fill it up to, Paul? Because they have the standard working pressure sticker on day states. Is yours recommended to be filled to 180? That would be interesting. Right, so I made one of these. I'm not going to show you the results that I've just done, okay? I'm going to let you wait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim for that one. 190, okay, that's interesting. Wow. This one's 210. So you can come up with me. I'll show you this. So we're at 40 meters now, and 40 meters is a big distance, I think, for an air rifle, or well, I only shoot air rifles really. And I've just made the splatter target thing for you. I will show you the group that I've just shot. I think that would be unfair. Okay. So I was going for the bullseye there using some holdover. Now, some of you are probably going to think, well, okay, Chris, that wasn't that good. Maybe. But what we'll do is we'll put this one in. Go on. It's a bit fiddly doing it one-handed, and I've shot it so much that it's bent. There we go. So now, what I'm going to try and do is see how well I can make it group on that splatter target. So we can then determine if this pellet is the one. It will be interesting to see how well it does. And remember, I'm using a mil dot of holdover because arbitrarily I zeroed it in at 30 meters and we're now at 40. So here we go, guys. This is it. Oh, don't fall over, please. There we go. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's put in the magazine. And let's see what I can do here. Okay, so far, this stacks up very, very well against the Red Wolf pool. It feels almost identical to shoot. But let's see what I can do here. So if I go a bit quiet, it's because I'm trying to concentrate, okay? Then we'll go and look at the group. Five. Six. Seven. 8. 9. This is going well. And 10. Right, okay. So do I have it here still? Okay. Check this out. This is, I'm so pleased. This is, and you're seeing this. I have a bottle top here from a super malt. What I will do is we're going to go up to that target again and we're going to see how that group that I just shot compares to a bottle top. These are fairly ubiquitous, I would imagine, globally. So you're going to know roughly what this gun is like. And I'm asking you, shall I take it out to 50 meters and see what I can do? If I see some likes and some comments, I will do it now live at 50 meters. But I'm going to show you what this group's like at 40 right now. All right, let's go and have a look. So I'm very pleased with how this gun is functioning. Very, very cool indeed. And the group that I just shot, I'm super happy with, at least through the scope. So check this out. Look at that group. That's wild. Way smaller than a... Take it to 50, okay. You can give it a try. But look at that. In comparison to the bottle top, look how small that group is. That's outrageous. That's fantastic. So, 50 meters. Okay, we can give it a try. I can tell you which QIS pellet worked best for it in a moment, but I'll keep it with this target. Let's move it back to 50. So 50 is where this little block of wood is. There. That's my 50 meter marker. Oh my goodness me, this is a long way. Okay. So what we're going to try now, let's see if I've got any battery left. 6% battery. Okay. This will be the last thing that I do on this test then, because my battery's going to run out on my camera, on my phone. Should have charged it up. But we'll just see what I can do with what's left. So if it does die, that's my fault. But we can try it now. I'm going to have to just make a quick adjustment here on the bench because it's not high enough. Okay, I'm just going to grab the gun and then we can see what it groups like at 50. All right, so let's give this a try real quick. I'm going to use the same pellets that we know that this gun prefers, and we're going to see what it groups like at 50 meters. The holdover will be interesting because I'm doing this live for the first time. But we can see how it works because we're just trying stuff, and it's good to try stuff. But I'm very impressed with this gun. Very impressed. And I know that I'm a fan of day-state guns, and it's important that you know that too. But this gun is cool. So let's see. A quick parallax adjustment. I will go for 2mm dots. 2mm dots is good. Right, so what I'm going to do, I've got 9 pellets, and I'm going to shoot one of the two smaller targets above it to see how it groups at 50 meters. Okay, so I'm going to be quiet for a second. I'm going to have to concentrate now because this is going to be tough. So just bear with me. I'll shoot it at 50 meters and then we can go and look at the group. Last one. Okay, that's awesome. What I'm going to do, whilst you're here, I'm going to put in another magazine. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I want to, and this will be the last one that I do. So we're going to just shoot it out 50 meters using this variety of QYS pellet. And we're just seeing how it groups. Now, if anyone that's just joined this stream wants to, when this is done, you're going to see me shooting the gun at 30, 40, and 50 meters, which is, you know, I'm happy with that. They're big distances. But whilst I'm here, I may as well just do it. I don't believe that it's outdated at all. I just think that it's just different. Okay, so this is the one, 50 meters again, and then I'll show you what both groups are like at this distance. I think I'm running out of proper air for it now. Okay, so the zero's just changed. I think I just need to fill it up, which is a shame. So what we'll do, I'm gonna finish this test. I'm gonna fill it up right now, and the wind is getting up as well. That's why I wanted to come out this morning, because it was quiet. So check it out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill up the gun. And I can do it on camera because I've got my fill probe just over here. Okay, so I'm going to take out the one for the Professor Ballinger's gun. And this is me filling up a gun. Not that this is particularly interesting, of course, but so I'm going to fill this up to, I always get it wrong which way you open and close it. Open it, okay. And you've got to go real gentle. Just a little bit. So you've got to go nice and slow because you don't want to damage anything. A little bit more. That's all. I don't want to fill the gun up completely. I just want to put a little bit more air in it. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. Hazards of the job. Do you have a 5p? Yes, Andrew, I will go and get a 5p. I should have 5 pence about my person. Not on me, but I will go and do it to put it next to the group, of course. Let's hope this actually works. Okay, that's good. Okay, great. That's done. So let's go and have a look at the two groups at 50 meters to make the gun safe. Andrew, that is all I have to me. I'm not going to run inside and look through my piggy bank to get 5p. All right, so that second one wasn't as good as the first one, unfortunately, but I'm not perfect, okay? I'm just a normal person. And 50 meters is a long way, okay? It's a long distance. But I'm going to show you the groups regardless, because that's what you should do if you're honest. Trigger looks crap. Crisp. Oh, I will show you in a second. Right, so here are the two groups. So, that there was the first group that I shot. As the air was running out, I had some fall down, but that is the main group. And the group that you just saw me shoot on camera was there. And there were two quote-unquote flyers, which could have just easily been my technique more than anything. That could have been me not shooting properly. But what I've now determined from this little test is that the Daystate Griffin is a fantastic gun. And I also know what pellets work well in it. So when I do the real review, which I might do this afternoon or whenever, I now know what pellet works really well in it. And it's that variety of QIS pellet that really is splendid for the gun. But what I'll do is, just to finish up, the trigger is amazing, by the way. Oh, my battery's about to run off. Listen, guys, I'm going to have to call it a day there because my battery's just about to die. See you soon, and thank you for tuning in. Bye.